Leave it to the WWE when they find themselves in a predicament. Leave it to the WWE when they find themselves in a quandary. Leave it to the WWE when they find themselves in a bit of a pickle to do what they feel is best. And that, of course, is always best, which is pushing John Cena to the top and having him be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And surely most of us understand that the WWE does this because they feel that Cena is their biggest cash cow, that their company is ultimately the most successful when Cena is the most successful, and ... So most of us, rightfully so, are assuming in this kind of concerning time for the WWE, especially with the WWE Network, that Cena is going to go into Battleground on Sunday, enter the champion, and leave the freaking champion. Whoopee! And of course, you had Paul Heyman introduce Option C on this past Monday's Raw, which of course Option C equals what? Option Cena. Here's how it works. Cena walks in the champion, blows through 3 other people, leaves the champion at Battleground. Then Brock Lesnar comes back the night after Battleground and issues the challenge, which of course Cena accepts because he's John Cena and he's not afraid of nobody. And then they set up to their match at Summerslam where Brock Lesnar wins the title there. And then they go on to have their big blow-off, their big grudge match at Night of Champions, and everybody's happy, and the WWE Network is saved, and the WWE goes to unprecedented heights. Oh, brother. Now, while the WWE might view Option C as Option Cena, in my opinion, Option C equals option crap, because that's exactly what this is, a big steaming bowl of grade A monkey Cena crap. Oh, do I have problems with this? Of course I have problems with this. Let's look at this from the standpoint of John Cena first. The WWE is struggling to get the subscriber numbers they want from the WWE Network, in part because they didn't release it worldwide. For whatever reason, I don't know. And then primarily they're having trouble getting a lot of casual fans that watch Raw and SmackDown every week to turn over and pay some money and subscribe to the damn network. It's primarily the hardcore fans like you and me that just subscribe to the damn thing. So of course the WWE thinks that the guy that so many of us don't like, the guy that so many of us wish would go away, the guy that so many of us either want to turn heel, do something different with this character, or get the fuck out of the main event scene, the WWE thinks it's best for business to put John Cena in the main event, to make John Cena the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And of course, it's just more emblematic of the John Cena problem and the John Cena monster that this company has fed now for close to a damn decade, where they think they can't live without John Cena, they can't survive without John Cena, they can't freaking be without John Cena, and anything and everything that they do as a company ultimately has to filter to and back to freaking John Cena. And that's not the only component of option crap, as I call it, even though for the WWE, it's Option Cena. Let's look at the Brock Lesnar component of this. First of all, need I remind any of you that this is the same asshat that over 10 years ago left the company high and fucking dry, picked up his ball, and went home after the WWE had spent all that time and energy and money investing into his character and making him a big-time star. And all of these people like the Kurt Angles and the freaking Undertakers of the world had put this asshole over to try and make him the next franchise player of the WWE. He picks up his ball and goes home. I'm supposed to just forget about that? I'm supposed to be just okay with this guy potentially getting a shot and maybe even holding the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? Get the fuck out of here. So let me get this straight. A part-timer like The Rock wins the freaking title. So many people have a problem with this. So many people are bitching about this. But it's okay if a fucking Brock Lesnar does it, right? Now, also keep in mind here, too, this is how ridiculous this whole notion is. And this just, to me, shows how much of a problem John Cena is for the WWE, and the WWE themselves is acknowledging it and admitting it, even by not acknowledging and admitting it. The same guy that pissed off a lot of people by ending the streak, the same guy that this company decided to take over 2 decades of investment into a concept and an idea and a character in The Undertaker and basically flush down the toilet and get very little return out of that huge investment over 2+ decades. Now the WWE is bringing him in potentially to wrestle John Cena, and that's going to be what saves the WWE Network. That's what's going to get the WWE cooking this summer. That's what's going to generate interest in the product this summer. So let me get this straight. You're putting the belt on freaking Cena to hand it over to the guy who abandoned your company high and dry over a decade ago, who sat there was the same guy that you had end the streak, and now you're taking your top hero, so to speak, and you're having him be the transitional champion to get the Brock Lesnar, the part-time guy, mind you, as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. The fuck is wrong with the WWE? And again, I ask you fans this question too. Option C, option Cena, option crap, option whatever the hell you want to call it. Do you really want John Cena versus Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar went away. I hate him. Brock Lesnar came back. Yay! Brock Lesnar ended the streak. Boo! Now Brock Lesnar's gonna beat John Cena at Summerslam, and that's awesome. Yay! So may I present to you what I'll classify as option D. As in option ding dong, dumb dicks, this might be a better way to freaking go in the weeks and months to come. You know, the WWE has really been sitting there and teasing you with John Cena and Roman Reigns. They've really been presenting Roman Reigns in a way that makes you understand that at some point in time, it seems like unless something happens at the 11th hour and the rug gets completely yanked out from under him, that Roman Reigns is going to be a top star. He's going to be a top babyface, and they are positioning him for a big moment, a big spot, and a big run with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But my thing is at this point, the position that you're in, even sometimes the best well thought out and laid out plans need to go by the wayside for being able to do what's best for business. And to me at this point in time, doing Cena and Lesnar at, let's say, SummerSlam and Night of Champions, if the WWE thinks that's really going to save the WWE Network, if the WWE really thinks that that's going to sit there and get a whole set of new eyeballs on that product and is going to lead to huge jumps in subscription numbers and lead to more excitement and more enjoyment from the fans and contentment with the current product, then the WWE is sadly and seriously mistaken. In my opinion, sometimes you have to strike while that iron is hot and do it before it cools down and you completely make it rock hard to the point where you can't heat it back up. Maybe the time to go with Roman Reigns is now, not later. I know a lot of fans and some of the people in the business are going to sit there and say, well, this kid's not ready. This kid isn't ready for that spot yet. Give it time, give it time. Well, sometimes, let's face it, you're never ready until you actually are given that opportunity. You're never ready until you actually get into that spot. And when we look at Roman Reigns, we're talking about a guy that's been on the main roster for almost 2 years now. He's basically been on this main roster for a similar length of time that John Cena was before he won the WWE Championship for the first time, or Dave Bautista won the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time at WrestleMania 21. And he sure as hell has been on the main roster and done a lot more things and been put in a lot more important and big spots and delivered than a Brock Lesnar was in 2002 when he went from debuting on Raw the night after WrestleMania 18 to by the time he got to SummerSlam 5 months later, he's main eventing against The Rock and he's beaten him for the undisputed WWF or WWE Championship. So how does it make sense that 12 years ago you put the rocket ship and strapped it straight up Brock Lesnar's ass and you shot him to the top no matter what, and he was perfectly ready for it? But now in 2014, Roman Reigns has a lot of those same characteristics. He has a lot of that similar momentum, and you're setting up to something that has some definite elements that feel similar to Brock versus Rock at SummerSlam 2002 with Roman Reigns versus John Cena potentially at SummerSlam 2014. Why fucking wait? At this point, I say screw the well laid out and well constructed plan that you might have had originally. Fucking put that shit off to the side. Maybe the time to do it is now. You're whetting the fans' appetite for this. You can see with the crowd reactions over the past couple of weeks. They kind of want this. Now they're really starting to want this. The WWE needs to create new young stars and has needed to do it for years, and they damn good and well know it. There's no reason for their inability to do so. There is no excuse for their inability to do so. And now, here on a freaking silver platter, you have actually properly teed it up and set up the table and set up the plate to where you can knock it out of the fucking park and establish yourself a potential main event top guy for the next 5 to 10 damn years. Why sit there and risk it? Why sit there and take the chance? How about having Roman Reigns hurry up and feud with John Cena? You want people to say, hey, our product is changing. You want to sit there and say, hey, it's a new era? Is Cena versus Lesnar at Summerslam and Night of Champions going to do that? Fuck no, it isn't. Is Roman Reigns versus John Cena at SummerSlam and Night of Champions with Roman Reigns going over him both times going to get that done? Hell fucking yes, it would. So let me give you the details of option D or option ding dong dumb dicks do this. And let me see what you think. Do you want Cena versus Lesnar at SummerSlam and Night of Champions and then it really is not setting up to anything after that? Other than maybe you're hoping Reigns and Lesnar at freaking WrestleMania 31, or you're living in freaking fantasy land and thinking it's Cesaro and Lesnar at WrestleMania 31? Get the fuck out of here. How about this? How about you find a way to have Cena retain at Battleground? Then you set it up where it's Roman Reigns and John Cena at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns goes over clean. Then at Night of Champions, you do the same damn thing again. This whole notion that this would hurt the John Cena character is completely and fucking ridiculous. We can have Jericho lose all the time. You could have Shawn Michaels lose all the damn time. And it's not bad for their characters, apparently. But somehow with John Cena, if you have him lose all the time, it's somehow magically bad for his character. This is ridiculous. If anything, this is good for his damn character. It actually creates a little doubt. It actually tarnishes the Superman image a little bit. It actually makes him a little more human. It makes it a little easier to connect with him. And all the while, you're also making a new young fucking star that at some point in time, you can come back to Roman Reigns versus John Cena and still have a license to print some damn money because now you really don't know if John Cena can actually beat Roman Reigns. Then how about after Roman Reigns beats John Cena, clean for a second time at Night of Champions? You know, just like Triple H did the honors for Cena at 22, just like Shawn Michaels did at 23. How about Cena fucking does it when the time is right here? Then you could have Seth Rollins cash in shortly after Night of Champions. Have him become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Then you could sit there and have Reigns and Rollins main event freaking Hell in a Cell in the Hell in a Cell for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Then you could choose that time. Maybe if you sit there and wait a little bit, you could bring Batista back into the fucking fold. And he's got a problem with freaking Evolution. He's got a problem with the Authority. He's probably got a problem with the guy that pretty much took his spot in the group. And freaking Rollins, bam! Batista, Seth Rollins, Survivor Series. Bob's your uncle. Then they can have a rematch of freaking TLC. Then you can tee up the plate to freaking Batista versus freaking Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. There's your big freaking featured attraction match. They gotta cheer some damn buddy. You can have it go into the Elimination Chamber. Batista be in there. Brock Lesnar be in there. And then you have Lesnar still emerge the champ after Royal Rumble, after Elimination Chamber. And he's waiting there for somebody at WrestleMania 31. After Reigns freaking sits there and gets done with Rollins, you can sit there and have him feud with the freaking Triple H. You can have the big match between the two of them, maybe at a TLC. Do it at a lesser show. Do it at a lesser pay-per-view. And you can sit there and put a spot in the Royal Rumble on the line. Have Reigns go over Triple H there. That way he gets a signature victory. And you've already had him beat the champion, establishing that he could do it. You've had him beat freaking Cena twice. Now you've also made Seth Rollins into a big star because you've had him become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion and you've had him freaking main event Survivor Series. Before you get to freaking TLC, you could have Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton in a big featured attraction match at Survivor Series. Think about all these key signature victories that you're picking up along the way. Now you sit there and have Roman Reigns go into the Royal Rumble, but Triple H didn't mention what spot he would get. There you give him spot number fucking 1. And then numbers 2, 3, 4, 5 in this order are freaking Randy Orton, they are Kane, they are Seth Rollins, and they are freaking Triple H. And the 4 of them can sit there and start really going to work on freaking Roman Reigns. Then number 6, here comes Dean Ambrose. And number 7, if he's healthy by that time, here comes fucking Daniel Bryan. And all of a sudden, you can sit there and do all types of possibilities with this. Have Roman Reigns go the distance, win the fucking Royal Rumble. You could sit him out of Elimination Chamber. It doesn't fucking matter. And bam, Bob's your uncle. You get to freaking Roman Reigns versus damn Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 31. Now you've had Roman Reigns beat John Cena twice. He's already won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in a similar manner to how Brock Lesnar did it in 2002. Now you've also given him other signature victories like against Randy Orton, against Triple H. You've sat there and had him win the damn Royal Rumble. If he's not ready by WrestleMania 31 after doing all of that shit, I don't know how the fuck you would be. With the way that I did it with Seth Rollins, you could potentially set up to a Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins match at WrestleMania 31, and God knows a lot of you would circle jerk to that, and damn knows there's a lot of reasons you could have that match, going back to the Authority Daniel Bryan shit. You could sit there and go back to ROH type shit. You could have Dean Ambrose versus Triple H. Again, that would have a lot of purpose and a lot of reason for happening. You could do freaking Batista and Cesaro. Maybe Cesaro gets under Batista's skin and rubs it in his face that the other Heyman client, Brock Lesnar, beat Batista for the belt at Royal Rumble. Bam, there you go. You want to know what happens with Bray Wyatt? Maybe you fucking put him against Kane. Who knows? Maybe you put him against Sting. Maybe you could turn him face and you put him against Randy Orton. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares? You can sit there and do John Cena versus Rusev. Maybe you set up to freaking Lesnar and Cena at both Hell in a Cell and Survivor Series. You give John Cena TLC off. Fuck it, you might as well. Enter him in the Rumble. Have Rusev eliminate him. Have him sit there in the freaking WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at Elimination Chamber. Have Cena eliminate Rusev and then Lesnar eliminate Cena. And then you get to the fucking match at WrestleMania and god damn it, it would work. Tell me this. Does this appeal to you? The way that I've set up the table here. Bray Wyatt versus somebody like a Kane, a Sting, or an Orton. A Batista versus a Cesaro. A John Cena versus a Rusev. With the patriotic tones and elements that you can incorporate into that nationalistic storyline. Dean Ambrose versus Triple H. Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins. And your main event of Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sorry, but maybe this is just me and my own biases, but I think Operation Ding Dong Dumb Dick accomplishes a lot more both short-term and long-term. Think about it this way. You would have had Roman Reigns in this period of time win the belt twice. You would have had Seth Rollins win the damn belt twice. I would also have Seth Rollins wrestle somebody like a freaking Batista at a Big Four pay-per-view. I'd have Seth Rollins beat Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 31, assuming the match could happen. I'd have Dean Ambrose beat Triple H at WrestleMania 31, helping to really cement him and give him a big-time signature victory. I'd maybe have Cesaro beat Batista at WrestleMania 31 and again establish another big-time star. Have Bray Wyatt beat whoever the fuck he faced, whether it's Kane, Sting, Orton, whoever the hell else you want to throw on at WrestleMania 31 and try it again to create another big star and give him another signature victory, this time at a WrestleMania. It's all these things, all this potential to do all these wonderful things that the WWE has staring them right in the fucking face. But I guarantee you, Option Cena, or as I call it, Option Crap, is definitely not the damn way to go. If the WWE thinks that John Cena versus Brock Lesnar is going to save the day, they're sadly fucking mistaken.